Just dumb.
Do we have
dumb
that
shit.
story of Trump at Mount Vernon?
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
What is this story? Trump was at Mount Vernon. Matt.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a kind of a short story here, but we can just look at it. President Trump reportedly wondered during a visit to Mount Vernon last year why George Washington did not have his historic compound, or did not name his historic compound after himself. If he was smart, he would have put his name on it, Trump said during a tour of Mount Vernon last April that he shared with French President Emmanuel Macron. 3 people briefed in exchange.
I'm sure if anybody could agree with that sentiment, it's Emmanuel Macron.
Yes,
Yeah.
You've got to put...
If he was smart, he would have named it after himself.
You've got to put your name on stuff or no one remembers you. Yeah, like nobody remembers George Washington.
Yeah. By the way, Matt, you're the historian. Who's George Washington?
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay, please.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a history episode.
This is illicit history.
Yeah, illicit history.
Who was George
A
Washington?
key American politician you've never heard of because he didn't name stuff after himself.
Yeah,
So,
more and more people are recognizing him.
According to sources, Trump was disinterested in the first president during... That's uninterested. I don't think he was disinterested. I think he was just uninterested.
Yeah,
but
uninterested.
That's splitting hairs. In the first president during the tour, and said Macron and his wife had far more knowledge about the history of the compound. Bradburn later described the 45-minute tour with Trump as truly bizarre. Bradburn, quote, was desperately trying to get Trump interested in the first president's house, one source said. Trump also asked whether the first president was, quote, really rich. Another person familiar with the tour told Politico. That is what Trump was really the most excited about, source added.
That's so awesome.
Oh, and he looked at the bedpost as like, that's a good bed to die in, Trump said, according to Politico.
Well, at least he's thinking about that.
Yeah, and I actually had...
That appeals to my Gothic sensibilities.
He's got some existential
I've probably
weight
thought
on
that
his head.
before.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to look for this quickly because somebody had a good tweet, which is basically like, Trump, if he actually did understand the history... Oh, so yeah, Patrick Blanchfield on Twitter said, it's worth noting here that most of Washington's real estate wealth came from land schemes that flagrantly violated British colonial law against acquiring native land west of the Alleghenies, and he concealed them from scrutiny using various tax tricks and shell companies.
Wow. Maybe he was a smart guy. That was not so dumb after all. You're calling from a